Machine Dragoner reporting in. Guys, I've been working on some projects lately. I wish I started earlier in the month when I got them, but oh well. So, for those of you who've been following my channel, you'd probably know that for a long time, or you probably don't, that I've been trying to build dioramas, or at least a studio set to where I could film videos in, kind of like a house. And I've been collecting materials for years. Things I can build, things I can mold, and things I can create. Well, thanks to the help of my wonderful and amazing, lovely Kaiju Queen 13, we went to Michael's. She introduced me to the store not long after I moved here. We went back and we got some materials. They look like a picture frame sets you hang up on the wall, but I'm not gonna hang them up on the wall. I'm laying them down like you see right now. Well, this is still a cardboard box for my budget therapy office. And I'm building up walls with some type of styrofoam with paper. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a type of styrofoam. And I gotta build some walls for them. So that way, I don't show off things I don't want to see. However, the problem is that I don't have a specific room to put them in, so I need these walls to be collapsible. I don't have big cases or storage room yet to store them in. So I needed the walls to be collapsible to hold up, be firm, and support each other's weight. But I needed them to hold together. Didn't want to use tape, didn't want to use hot glue, didn't want to use all kinds of things because then, well, it'd be a mess. So I started wondering, what if I built a lock-in system? Maybe put things together to lock it in. I started thinking and wondering, what could I do? What could I do? And it's like, well, you're the son of a carpenter. Build something. Build a lock-in system. I started thinking about log cabins and how the logs are intertwined. Then I started thinking about keystones and stuff like that. So I came up with this. Actually, it goes more like this. Here's what I did. I took one of these sticks, one of these crafting sticks. You can find them at your local hobby store, Walmart, Target, in the crafting department. Pretty good. I used to have a bunch of these back in Louisiana, and I was collecting them for years. Had a whole bunch. Some stayed okay, some got ruined and whatnot. But, I went ahead and got these little sticks here. These I bought separately, and gotta say, I'm glad I got them. I then went ahead and used, let's see, my little Dremel tool here. Wish I had, well, I have some powered ones, but they're not strong enough. So I had to hand drill them in. And I got this saw in yesterday. Cost me a few bucks for overnight it, but you know what? It was worth it. Granted, my bank account. Anyway, this little saw. Granted, it's very thin, and sometimes it did get pulled out when cutting. So, in time, I'm going to invest in some better saws that I'm not going to have to worry about being flimsy and breaking while I'm working with them. But regardless, this sucker helped out with cutting all the pieces you see here because I was using my X-Acto knife for cutting them at first. And let me tell you something, it is an absolute chore to cut through a thick enough piece of wood with an X-Acto knife. That's a chore, folks. Use a saw. So anyway, the idea was to go ahead and get some wooden pieces and make them lock into each other. And then take a piece like this. Granted, I need to cut it down. As you can probably see it. If you can't, here, I think I chopped a little groove into around the holes. That way, I can try to help them lock in a little better in certain directions. What I plan to do is put these on certain spots, hot glue them onto against the wall of the diorama, the outside wall. Have the bits interlock. So I'm definitely gonna need some help with that one. Then while they're close together, take the stick, which I'm calling the key stick, and make sure I get it through both of them. Again, it's important to have the proper tools because this Dremel head was exactly what I needed. Let me see if I can get this to focus. Brighten this up a little bit. Okay. But yeah, was the perfect size for these little sticks right here. Get to go inside there. Might as well do this now. Oh, and it got dark. Go like this. Get as far down as I can. Make sure they interlock to a certain way. Like say, let's just try this again. To the side. And here we go. Ah, there. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Sandwiched together nice and tight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little tool here. I believe it's a wire cutter or so. Yeah. Also good for gunpla, which I have been doing a lot of that as well lately. By the way, guys, if you didn't know, the hobby store Michael's, at least mine, does sell gunpla. Not a lot, but they sell some, and they're pretty cool. Tell you what, if you guys want, I'll show you a video of all the gunpla models I built in the last few months. Because honestly, it's a nice hobby. I see why people do it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here, measure it out. But instead of cutting right here, I'm going to cut a little lower, leave a little bit of space for that key stick to, you know, just have a little bit of room. And boom. Alright, that's not bad. Now granted, some of the holes are not perfectly straight, so they're not going to line up perfectly. They're going to be a little crooked because, well, like this. Granted, I can't seem to cut or drill straight for whatever reason. I don't know. I try so hard, and trying to be a perfectionist with it, it kind of bothers me. But, hey, I get the results I want regardless sometimes. So yeah, as you can see, I did it like this to give myself something to grab onto. Now I'm just going to go ahead, take my X-Acto knife, shave a little bit off. Just, you know, make, not necessarily a point because, you know, I don't need a spike on there, but just enough. Alright. There we go. Now, another little thing to note is that I went ahead. This is made from the exact same pieces, all from this big stick here. One of them. Cut off these little pieces again with a saw. Thank goodness for that. Again, took the Dremel tool and just dug it in there just deep enough. A little bit of super glue. Okay, actually ended up, unfortunately, a little more than I want to super glue. Stuck it inside there, twisted around to make sure it went all around in there. To tighten up the fit. Scraped out the excess, and boom. I should now have about, let's see. I'm building 2 dioramas right now. One is supposed to be for outside. The other is going to be for an inside home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. This should be... Yep. Number 6. Reason why I'm going with so many is for top and bottom of the diorama walls to give a little more security. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that eventually. I'm gonna start working on 2 videos, 1 or 2, maybe 3. But because stop motion takes a lot of pictures and time, I might only be able to do 2 of them that I want. Or I might just make one really long video that's going to go that's going to take quite a bit. And since I'm trying to go ahead and do voiceover, instead of just recording and quickly saying the line, I'm going to record the line and then try and put it over the action. Hopefully I can do that one. I'm only using my cell phone. I haven't tried on my laptop yet because, well, it's just easier on my phone. But I do need to eventually start and work on doing that on my laptop. I just don't know how I can do stop motions with my laptop yet. So another thing I need to learn how to do to bring you guys better videos. But yeah, I am gonna finish work on the diorama pieces. However, I may not be able to finish one quite tonight because I had to cut out these foam boards and try and get into the exact measurements. I got it done with one of them, so I will be attaching these little wooden toggles tonight. And hopefully it turns out the way I want it to. As for the other one is a lot bigger, so it's going to require a few other measurements and some work. But when I'm done, hopefully I'll finally be able to build my interior house set. Kind of something like with Raptor Animations. A friend of mine I saw when he first started, and he's come a long way in a short time, and I'm very happy about that. Raptor, hey, I applaud you, brother. You make some awesome videos, and you're an inspiration to even someone like me. You are amazing. And you also helped inspire me to go ahead and, really work hard again to build something like this. Now, you're probably wondering about the 3-legged table. I'll address that in another video. For now, just here's what I've been working on as a solution. Yeah, guys, when you're crafting and creating, there's always a solution to every problem, like with this. I thought I was going to have to go out and buy something, but no. I had the tools and had to get a new one to go ahead and, well, create my own solution to my own problem. And I'm quite proud of it. Because it shows off more and more that, there's so much you can do when you craft and create. You can just build, and who knows what you can make. And it's so cool. But I'm going to wrap this up before I start rambling. Keep building, keep creating. Let me know what your thoughts are. Turn in your field reports in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the lab. Machine Dragon Arrow, signing off.